What's up everyone, I'm your host Edward, and on this channel I talk about stocks and crypto news. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. But yeah, in today's video I'm going to touch base on Bitcoin's price, and then I'm going to head into some juicy news. So let's not waste any more time and let's just dive right in. So as usual, I'm just going to quickly go through the markets before we get into the juicy details. And if we look at the stock market today, it is a little bit red, not too crazy. And if we look at our heat map here, right, majority of the stocks are in the red today, but not too heavily except for some stocks. And if we look into the crypto market today, it is down about 2.89%, and the whole entire market cap is hovering at about $2 trillion. And right now, Bitcoin is seeing a huge dump, as well as all the other coins out there. And the first article that I really want to get into today is that Bitcoin eyes the 200-day moving average, and on Friday, $2 billion worth of options are going to be expiring, and the max paying price is at about $44,000. And if we look at this chart here, we can see the options, and there is a little bit more call options than put options, but the open interest is at about 42.5k. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But heading into Bitcoin's price, in this chart here, I am looking at the daily time frame, and I did draw out the Fibonacci levels. And 2 days ago, I did touch base on Bitcoin's technical analysis. So during that video, right, the pump already happened. And I did say that we're most likely going to test the lower levels, which is at about 46,800. And right now it's playing out exactly as I predicted. And right now, we still have to wait until the crypto market is closed at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But we're legit right at this line right now, and it seems like the bulls and the bears are fighting each other right now. But we did wick off to this line here, which is the 200-day moving average, and it seems like we did bounce back up. So I mean, in my opinion, this is very bullish. We do need pullbacks because nothing goes up in a linear line. And if you do find a stock or a crypto that does that, please let me know, because that is a unicorn stock and those don't happen. But if you do find something like that, I will do an analysis on it. But other than that, right, pullbacks are healthy for the market, and there's something that, in my opinion, a lot of traders and Bitcoiners are looking for. Now, the worst case scenario is if we close below this line right here today at 8 p.m. Eastern time at about 45,700, I would say. And if that does happen, you can expect Bitcoin to go down to this level here at about $42,000. But in my personal opinion and my own prediction, and please take this with a grain of salt, I think we're gonna see a bounce back up in the next couple of days. And plan B, right, the person that created the stock to flow model did say that Bitcoin will not close below $47,000 by the end of August. And not only that, in my previous video, I did say that we're going to be trading between these two levels for a while at about $46,800 and $51,000. And now the thing is, if the next 2 days we do close above these two levels, which is the 200-day moving average and this Fibonacci level, you can expect the pump all the way back up to about $50,000. So that's that. Now I want to head into some news about crypto, and the first one is that the Bitcoin mining difficulty rises, extending recovery after China's crackdown. And recently, Bitcoin's blockchain mining difficulty increased by 13%. Now, just for context, right, Bitcoin's mining difficulty depends on how many people are mining Bitcoin. Now, the thing is, if there's more people and the computational power increases, then Bitcoin's mining difficulty also follows that trend. Because without this, then anyone can mine all the Bitcoins right now, because there is a difficulty adjustment, so that every 10 minutes, 6.25 Bitcoins gets mined, and that number gets halved every 4 years. And if I confused you, please do a little bit more research on this, especially if you're invested into Bitcoin. But right now, it seems like all the miners that did flee China are now back online, but not all of them yet. It is slowly rising. But yeah, Bitcoin mining is a very profitable business right now, and there is a news that I want to get into that might affect them, depending if they do want to increase their computational power. So stay tuned. Next up, Blau raises $16 million to tokenize music royalties for artists and fans. Now, if you haven't seen the interview with Blau and Graham Stephan, I highly recommend you to watch it, because Blau is not just a DJ, but he's very interested and focused into investing, because his dad was really into real estate, and I guess he was really influenced by his father. Now, Blau named this token called Royal, which helps slices up song royalty rights into crypto tokens that anyone can buy and trade. And yesterday I did talk about, music and crypto and how that's gonna work out. And it was all because of this guy. Because imagine if you were able to buy some songs or a whole entire album and you own the rights to it, all the future cash flows that those music generates get split to all the investors that owns that token. And I think that's very revolutionary because for those that don't know, right, record labels are pretty much scammers because they take majority of the profits, but the artists gets barely anything. And what Blau is doing right now is gonna change the music industry, in my opinion. So just imagine owning a song that everyone listens to, like maybe a Taylor Swift song, and everyone that's listening and streaming that song on YouTube Music, Apple Music, and Spotify, all that money actually gets split to you. And I think this is gonna be super crazy because it is intellectual property that you can actually buy. And I think this is a great way to bring in cash flow and preserve your wealth. I'm gonna dive deeper into this token, but yeah, I highly recommend you to watch that interview that I mentioned earlier so you can get a bigger gist and idea of how this is gonna all work out. Next up, Microsoft is awarded a US patent for crypto token creation service. And this patent is gonna let Microsoft help users to create and manage tokens across different networks. So I guess they're trying to create something very similar to Binance Smart Chain so that anyone can create their own token and manage them within a blockchain. And I guess that's the vision that Microsoft's trying to go for. But I'm not gonna dive too deep because it is very similar to what, Binance is doing right now. That's why you see a lot of scam coins getting created out of thin air. And that's all because of Binance Smart Chain. But the thing is, I'm just wondering if Microsoft's going to do this as an open software or they're going to try to centralize this. But if it's very similar to Binance Smart Chain, then you can expect a lot of scam coins coming onto the market again. And last year, Microsoft also filed a patent application for crypto mining system powered by human activity, and they actually filed an application when the whole entire pandemic started happening and the crypto market crashed to the ground. But I think this is going to be super interesting if it does go through, because in this paragraph, this is what they really want to do. They said that sensors could detect activity associated with specific tasks such as time spent viewing an ad and convert it into computer readable data to solve computational problems in much the same way as a conventional proof of work system. So just imagine that you're just watching a YouTube video, and just by doing that, you're kind of mining Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency in the background, and there's going to be pure like passive income for everyone out there. Because if you think about it, right, every single day computational power is just being used, but imagine if you can convert that into money. That's a very big idea and a very big revenue stream that Microsoft is looking ahead in the long term. And yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. Now finally, the news that kind of affects Bitcoin mining is that TSMC is hiking price of their chip production. So CPU and GPU costs are set to rise, and the reason why they're increasing it is because of the demand and what happened during the chip shortages. Now TSMC, for those that don't know, is the biggest semiconductor company out there right now, and they're planning to increase the prices by 20% starting this December. And I think this chip giant realized that they are kind of the monopoly in the space, which is why they're hiking prices up. And in the corporation mindset and capitalism, do you really think that companies are gonna really pass on the savings to the customer? Of course not. So you can pretty much expect all electronics to increase in price. And this is my problem with inflation, because they say inflation is about 3 to 5% right now, but all these increases in food and goods doesn't even make it seem like it is at that level. And if we look into this chart here, we can see that they make majority of their profits from smartphones and HPC, and their 5 nanometer, 7 nanometer, and 16 nanometer chips makes more than 50% of their revenue. And Apple is one of their biggest customers. So if they're gonna be hiking prices during December, you can expect Apple products to get more expensive by most likely 10 to 20%, unless they decide to take the hit for the consumers, but we'll see. That wraps up for this video. If you're interested in buying crypto, please head into my referral links in the description box down below, and we can both get a small cash bonus once you sign up and make some trades. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. That's pretty much it. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.